Hey guys, HotRod08 here, and today I want to do a video going over the strategies of when and how you should be choosing your support champions going to each of your ranked games. Now, before we get started, I want to emphasize that this information will be support focused, but the information can be translated into any other role as well. Along with this, if you appreciate this video and are interested in support-focused League of Legends content and you haven't subscribed yet, I urge you to subscribe to this channel as I am coming out with new content on a weekly basis and would love your continued support. Now let's begin into this topic. Before you enter into any ranked games, you need to figure out what your champion pool is going to consist of. While there are many players out there that can play lots of champions adequately, there are very few players that can play lots of champions well. If our goal is to climb ranked fast and steadily, we first need to lay out an effective champion pool that both includes champions that you are good at and are going to be happy with consistently playing, since you aren't wanting to change your champion pool often and don't want to get bored of your pool easily either. With this information in mind, let's go over the goals of our champion pool. First, we want to limit our pool to 3 to 4 champions so we have enough variety to be flexible within our champion selects, as well as not to have an overwhelming number of choices to go with. Second, you need to think long and hard about who your primary champion is going to be. You need to think about this because this champion needs to be someone who you can rely on to be your blind pick choice, someone who you aren't afraid of bringing into any game, who you personally can carry with, and who doesn't have that many hard counters against you that you'll have to go against often in the laning phase. Finally, you need to have a few backup choices to your primary champion who can fill some specific niche that your primary champion cannot, and who might do better against certain matchups that your primary champion isn't the best at. So to give you an example, I will give you my own personal champion pool that I use in ranked games. For me personally, my champion pool consists of Taric, Rakan, and Janna. For my primary champion, who I am comfortable in using as a blind pick, I use Taric as he doesn't have many terrible laning matchups. He is a reliable choice in team fights, he can fit in a lot of team comp ideas, and he is a pick who I personally feel like I can carry games with. Besides Taric, I also have chosen Rakan and Janna as my other pool picks. I choose Rakan when my team lacks much initiation abilities, when Rakan can offer this himself. When a laning phase looks like I'll have opportunities to roam and gank, when the enemy team lacks much mobility themselves, such as facing against champions like Sona and Twitch, who are easy to kill, and when my AD carry is choosing to play Xayah. Finally, I will choose Janna when the enemy team consists of a lot of diving champions, such as Zed, Zac, and Irelia, or when my AD carry is choosing an M-mobile champion such as Kog'Maw and Twitch that needs the extra peel. For the first example game, I was last pick out of both teams, so I knew exactly what the other champions were going to be within the game. Looking at their team, I have to assume that Ashe and Zilean are heading bot lane, Twisted Fate would be going mid, Fiora top, and Tahm Kench would be jungle. I noticed that the team had a bunch of slows and crowd control, so I was hesitant on picking Rakan, as chain CC on him never works out well. Getting picks on enemies would also be difficult, as Tahm Kench would easily save anyone that I CC'd with Rakan, so he was out of the question for this game. I also thought Taric would be a hard choice in this game as well, as Ashe and Zilean both have slow abilities that Taric struggles with, as well as Tahm could easily eat Taric up later in the game, and that itself wouldn't be fun to mess with, so I decided not to go with Taric either. This leaves Janna, which isn't a bad choice considering she could stop aggro coming from Tahm and Fiora. She is also a counterpick to Zilean, as she has a very easy time shielding allies from the use of his bombs. Finally, she could provide peel to her allies if Twisted Fate ults on top of them. With all this together, Janna was the best choice to choose in this game looking at my pool. And in our second example game, I was in the middle of the group to select my champion. The other team already chose their bot lane though, consisting of Israel and Alistar, an aggressive laning phase to deal with. I immediately ruled out using Rakan, as Alistar is one of Rakan's hardest matchups to play into, and it wouldn't be worth choosing him in this game, which leaves me Taric and Janna. While Janna might not be the worst choice here, considering I could provide peel for our mobile Ziggs, as well as have an easy time putting a stop to Skarner's ults, She wouldn't have been the easiest of choices either, as if you make one mistake in the laning phase, then Alistar and Israel could tear her apart fast. With this in mind, I decided to go with Tark this game, as he is relatively durable at soaking up the damage that can come in from Israel and Alistar, and can turn the fight in a 2-on-2 situation pretty well. We also didn't have a lot of tank in our team, the only durability coming from Hecarim, so a secondary tank from Tark would be a good idea here as well. And that will be it for this video tonight. I hope that you guys are able to apply some of my ideas into your own champ selections and get some success with it. Feel free to comment below any comments or questions that you have. Other than that, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and you guys have a great day today. Thanks much. Bye.